Boom, boom, chaka-laka-laka, boom, 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 chaka-laka, boom, 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 chaka-laka-laka, boom. Oh, hey, guys. It's Cheap Comic Collector, and this is episode number 129. And we're doing the giveaway. You can see, whoop, hey, it's me again. The computer just turned off. There we go. Oh, no, don't spin it. Don't spin it. No. All right, we spun it accidentally. Who won? Josh, you're today's winner. I wasn't going to do that till the end of the episode. Oh my goodness. Josh, what did you win? Josh, let me find your list in my little notebook. There it is. You had quite a few that you would like. But that's good because a lot of the stuff that people wanted were gone. So let's see what we can grab for you here. We got... you are listed all over the place. So... you know what? I have... I think... hold on. No, that's somebody else's. Never mind. Getting my J members mixed up. All right, so 467 action is gone. 515 is gone. 537 is gone. And 544 is gone. Man. All right, we got to do his alter ego still here. His alter ego still here. Yes, alter ego number 1. So there's your first pick. Alter ego. Avengers 1 is gone. We got the other guy last time. Let's see, Captain America 236. That's gone. Flash Special is gone. Unless I had it under DC Special Series. Hold on. No, it's gone. Green Lantern 163 is gone. Hawkman number 2. There we go. There's our second pick. Heroes Against Hunger. There's number 3. And Howard the Ducks are gone. And he wanted all the same books as the last guy. Let's see. JLA 100. There's that one. Justice League 134. Alright, I think that one's gone. Oh, no, you mean the original Justice League 134. There we go. Cool. Omega Man number 5. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Do. No, Omega Man number 5. We got 6. Oh, 5's gone. Shoot. Had its own theme song and everything. Phantom is gone. Russell, number 1. Don't worry, Jason, I've got another Russell that I am saving for you, buddy. Strange Adventures 244. I'm pretty sure that one's gone, too. So that was his whole list. Let's see how many we ended up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 4 more books to give him. So we're just going to pick some random stuff out of here. Race Warriors number 3. Ultimate X-Men 72. Well, you know what? He likes DC books. Let's see what we can find for DC books. Batman 477. Batman and the Outsiders number 6. So let's make sure we have 10 books. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so those are for buddy Josh. And we're going to take his name off. See you, bud. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries left to pick from next time. So, what are we doing? Oh, it's a what am I reading episode? That's right. Doing things out of order today. So, we have Convergence from 2015. This one is Plastic Man and the Freedom Fighters. And this one has been my favorite Convergence series so far, I think. It starts off with, first of all, they made this page a lot simpler, where it's just, first of all, it's not Metropolis or Gotham City, it's New York City. So they finally brought in another city. So we got Freedom Fighters versus these guys, which I didn't quite understand because they don't ever show up. But anyway, so this is on Earth X, basically. I mean, they're in the dome on this other planet and stuff. But this is like Earth X, where the Nazis had won World War II. So America, everything, the whole world is controlled by the Nazis. And the Freedom Fighters, Uncle Sam, Downman, Black Condor, Ray, Phantom Lady, all those guys, they're basically the only resistance against the Nazi invasion. And it starts off with them in jail with no powers, because they don't have any powers, right? So they caught them because they didn't have any powers. They couldn't fight anymore. And it gives a little bit of backstory, tells you what's going on. Art's decent. We should just show the credits. I always forget to do that. And yeah, they're not really readable. Let's see. Simon Oliver is the writer. John McGrea was the artist. And that's it. So, fine job by both of those people. I never really read the Freedom Fighters before. What little I have seen of them, they were never on Earth X. They were always on Earth 1 visiting, or, an All-Star Squadron. It showed them on Earth 2. And you never really seen them on their home turf battling the Nazis on Earth X. So I think the later series dealt with that, but I haven't read those. I just read a few issues where they guest starred and stuff. So, anyway, this guy is the Silver Ghost, I think his name was, something like that, and he's a Nazi. And they do something to lure him to New York, and then they lose their powers and get caught themselves. And so they kind of regretted doing that. But and the Plastic Man is back to being a petty thief in order to steal food for them to survive before they get caught. And then it's a good episode. Then the dome comes down. They get their challenge, and this thing shows up that they're supposed to fight, and that's the some kind of futuristic, Batman robot type thing, I guess. And that's the end of the first issue. But this was really well written. It was really plotted nice. I didn't notice any huge plot holes like I have in a lot of them, where it didn't quite make sense. And this was just very well written. Enjoyed this a lot. And you can't beat Nazis for a good villain, right? So they actually have to end up teaming up with the Nazi in order to fight the robots that are apparently modeled after, old superheroes. And the Nazi double crosses them because he wants the blueprints to the robots so that he can use them for his own interests or Nazi interests, or wants to conquer the universe or whatever. And it was just really good. It was. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the heck out of this. This was good. It's got a lot of Harley Quinn preview in the back. I haven't been reading the previews because someday I'll read the actual book, and I don't want to feel like I've read it already. I don't like previews. All right, so there's that. And then next up we have Richie Rich from 1971. This is number 102. Which I was surprised it actually had that high of a number on it, because the art looks really early to me. And it looks like Richie's, sick in bed and watching the football game, and I don't know, his butler's selling hot dogs. And so it starts off with like a lot of Harveys do, with just a one-page gag strip of Richie Rich. His girlfriend Gloria is going away on a trip to visit her uncle or something, and she doesn't want to tell him because he'll do something extravagant, and of course he does. So. And then the first story was kind of funny, even though I saw the ending coming a mile away. Richie is, being driven around to some place that his mom told him to go to, and they have a flat tire, so he gets his scooter out and is going to go on his own, but he has some mishaps along the way. So his clothes get tattered, he gets dirty and nasty looking, and so he finally makes it into town, but everybody thinks he's a bum. They're all lined up waiting for some big shot to come into town, and they all think he's a bum, so they kind of chase him out of town, tell him to get lost. And of course they're actually waiting for him. So he goes back and he gets all cleaned up, and then gets back in the car and finishes their journey and finds out that it was all for him. So kind of a strange little story, but funny. And then the next story, it features Reggie is convinced that Richie is throwing a party and not inviting him, so he tries to figure out what's going on and decides that Richie tells him he's not throwing a party, but he's lying. And so Reggie crashes his party and finds out that it's actually a birthday party for him. It's just that Richie was so busy he forgot to invite him to his own party. And then they have a snowball fight, as only rich people can, where things just get bigger and bigger and so on and so forth. But it's kind of funny. I like the art like this. You don't see Richie Rich looking like this too often in more modern day stories. So the older stories are definitely, like everything, the older stories are better than the more modern stories. And then you get into the centerfold of ads. You got the Harvey, I forget what this thing's name is. It's like a Jack in the Box, but he's juggling all the current Harvey books. And these are the actual covers, because that's the cover of this issue of Richie Rich right there. So, and then it tells where you can watch Casper on TV and so on and so forth. More ads for the Harvey Giants. And then that was it for Richie Rich. He's only in the first half of the book. You got a backup story with Little Dot, where I think this is an uncle, but it's an uncle. Everybody is an uncle or an aunt in a Little Dot strip. So I think in the Harvey companion book that I was showing off yesterday, this one, it actually it mentions, like, I don't know, over the course of the stories, just in the uncles and aunts book that she used to have, that she had like 233 uncles and aunts altogether or something like that. And there's probably more than that if you count all the other stories. So anyway, her uncle's going to give her this dot making thing, but then he starts to think about what she's going to do with it, and so the whole story is basically him thinking about what she might do with it. So he ends up not giving it to her. And then there's a text story with Richie versus Reggie. And then there's a little Lotta story in the back where, just for kicks, she disguises herself as a visiting royalty from some other country. And then these guys think that she's really the visiting royalty and try to kidnap her. But of course, she's super strong and foils their attempts, and without realizing what's actually going on. So, cute little stories, nothing major, earth-shaking, but the Richie Rich had neat art. I enjoyed it. It's just a fun little read. And then 1974 Marvel double feature number 5. Number 5. And yeah, Marvel number 5. So yeah, we got what, these are reprints from Tales of Suspense, I believe. Yeah, so Captain America is reprinted from Focus, dude. 81, number 81. And the Red Skull Supreme. So the Red Skull has the Cosmic Cube, so he can do anything. And Captain America has to figure out a way to beat him. By Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, so you can't beat that. Look at that art, man. Just fantastic. And I won't give away the plot. It's pretty much all action. There's not a whole lot of story. It's a big fight scene between Captain America and Red Skull. Captain America, at the end, he kind of pretends to submit so that he can get the upper hand. And he knocks the Cosmic Cube out of the Red Skull's hand and into the ocean. And that's pretty much the end. But can't find the Cosmic Cube, can't find the Red Skull. And then it moves on to the Iron Man story, which is from a later issue of Tales of Suspense. This one is from 88. So in this one, Iron Man and Pepper Potts, and at this point Pepper Potts does not know that Tony Stark is Iron Man. They're in caverns underground and get taken by Moloids, who are, of course, under the control of the Mole Man. And so he battles Mole Man, and he has to order Pepper Potts around a little bit to protect his secret identity and protect her. And how did this end? I don't remember how this ended. Did they collapse the cave? Oh, that's right. They trick the Mole Man into operating some kind of equipment that's not that wasn't a finished product. It wasn't stable. And that's what the Mole Man was after, was the digging equipment for some reason. And that was done by Stan Lee and Gene Colan and inked by the fearless Frank Giacoya. So, yeah, I mean, you know, classic Marvel stories. You can't beat those. I'm starting to really appreciate those reprints. I mean, for years I've ignored them because, you know, they're reprints. I guess I was a reprint snob. But now, yeah, I mean, I'm never going to be able to afford the originals for the most part. So they're fun reads. And you can get them cheap, usually. Next up, last but not least, we got from 1967, Action Comics number 353. And I thought I didn't think I was going to like this. Just because it's a corny old Superman story. Didn't expect to like it. And I did like it. And maybe I was just in the mood for a corny Superman story. I don't know. But Superman's out in space. He's building this bridge between these two moons so some aliens can live in harmony. And so when he tries to return to Earth, he comes across this sign. And hiding behind it is this guy. And I forget this guy's name. It's weird. There it is. Zavam. So Superman can't get past this barrier that this guy's erected. So he goes back in time to Olympian times to basically spy on the gods to see what this guy's problem is. And he's actually an artificial creation of the gods because they looked into the future and saw that people were cheering on Superman rather than worshiping them. So they created this guy to go into the future and battle Superman and so that people would turn to them again, which is kind of weird. But so then Superman gets help from a different set of gods, from King Neptune and people allied with him. So he gets this guy gets you see this guy's funky belt. So if he pushes one of these letters on his belt, then he gets the powers of whatever god that represents. So Superman gets his own belt with a different set of gods, and they do battle, and of course Superman wins, and it was fun. It was fun, okay? It sounds dumb, and it kind of was, but it was fun. Supergirl is the backup, and this one's pretty good too. I like the art. I like the inking, the tones on the art quite a bit. And so in this one, Supergirl and her two girlfriends, who of course don't know that she's Supergirl, they go get jobs. So one's going to be a model, one's going to be a go-go dancer, and Linda who is Supergirl, gets the job of being a librarian. And so she's disappointed in that. But this kid keeps showing up, checking out all these books. And there's these heavy books of knowledge. And he brings them back every day and gets an even bigger stack. So she starts investigating because there's no way this kid can be reading all these books and retaining the information, right? So he's basically been hypnotized by aliens to bring them all this information because these aliens are living brains in canisters who go around the universe collecting all knowledge, and then their life is to be the living library on their home planet. So they end up abducting Supergirl and teaching her all of the knowledge, and then she's captive on their world as their library. And that's the end of the story. It's continued. So I don't know what happens. That's just it. So this book's got some damage to it. It's got, I don't know what this is. It's actually, it looks like it almost got burnt, but it's still all there. And the back page is tanned really bad. You can actually see on this front page how bad this is tanned. But then on the corner, it's like perfectly white, which is just weird. It's like they spilled something on it, but whatever they spilled on it cleaned it. So what they should have done was wipe the whole page with that. But anyway, not sure what that is, but it was fun read. So we got Action Comics, Marvel Double Feature, Richie Rich, Freedom Fighters, and my favorite, I'm going to go with Convergence, actually. Yeah, I was just really pleasantly surprised and blown away by that story. I really enjoyed it a lot. It's the only Convergence story I've read that made me want to read more of what I was reading. All the other ones, it was kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. And and some of them were downright bad. But this one actually, I was sorry that it was over. I would have enjoyed reading more about what was going on. So yeah, that was it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow and probably do some more short boxes and start another short box, looking through one of those, and then we'll be back the next day with another giveaway. So thanks for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.